Hi kids! Welcome to your local New York Public Library and our weekly reading at Kids on a Cloud. This week we're going to read the short story, Naya and the Snake. So everyone should have a copy. If you know how to read, you can read along. All right, here we go. Once upon a time, there was a little boy named Naya. He was from a family of space explorers who collected all kinds of things from planets from every corner of the galaxy. Naya's favorite planet was Earth. But Naya had never been to Earth. Naya had never even left his own planet. He was still a little boy, and the galaxy was a dangerous place. One day, when Naya was daydreaming about Earth, he was interrupted by his older sister, Bodhi, who announced that she was leaving on an adventure. "Where are you going? Is it Earth?" he asked. "Not this time," she replied. He begged her to convince their father to let him go, but they both knew that wasn't going to happen. As a condolence, she took him downstairs into their family vault, where they kept all of their treasures from different planets. Naya flew down the stairs with great speed, pulling his sister along behind him. The lock on their vault was no ordinary lock. It was a lock that only Naya's family could open, with alien powers that those on their planet possessed. Bodhi's skills were very sharp, so she opened the lock no problem. In they went, and Bodhi lit up the room to reveal a collection of wonderful and strange things. Anyone who saw the collection could easily tell the most wonderful things of all were the cacti from planet Earth, and that's what Bodhi and Naya loved the most. "I cleared space so you can start a collection of your own. When I get back, you can pick something from my stuff. You can have a cactus. I know those are your favorite." Naya was sad to see the empty space and declared, "I can make my own collection. Convince father to take me on your next journey to Earth. I'm old enough now." And they both knew their father would say no, when they heard his voice calling for Bodhi. Before she could leave, Naya said, "Wait, look what I've been practicing." He mustered up all of his concentration and tried to use his powers, just like he had seen Bodhi do. Now kids, Naya is still very young, and people on his planet usually can't use their powers until they're a little bit older. How about we try to help him out? Let's clap our hands to encourage him and lend him some of our strength. Great job! It looks like he did it. But oh no, Naya accidentally hit a cactus with his ray. After that, Bodhi took Naya out of the room and locked the vault. She said goodbye, and Naya was left alone again. He wished that he was better at controlling his powers. Maybe the cactus wasn't that badly damaged after all. He decided to take a look for himself. "Okay, kids, let's help him out again." He did it! Great job! But his celebration was short-lived because he remembered his mistake. "I don't want Bodhi to be mad at me," he said. "I wish I could fix this." Suddenly, a voice responded, "Why don't you do something then?" Naya was startled and flew over to the green glow emitting from a shelf. He saw inside there was a creature that he had never seen before. "What are you?" he asked. "I'm a snake from Earth." Naya didn't know what a snake was, but Earth was all he had to hear to take the snake off the shelf. "You're from Earth? What's it like?" "Just as wonderful as you can imagine," said the snake. The snake described Earth with a look in its eyes all too familiar to Naya. Bright skies with clouds, with all kinds of birds flying through them, clear rivers and oceans filled with colorful fish. Naya had no idea what any of that meant, but he could tell the snake loved Earth just as much as he did. "Do you know how to get there?" Naya asked. The snake responded that he did. Naya knew that if he could get to Earth and replace the cactus, Bodhi would forgive him. And just like that, Naya decided he would travel to Earth and come back before his family found out. Now, Naya wasn't very skilled with his powers, but one thing he was really good at was flying. So he and the snake flew off towards Earth, and Naya was filled with the excitement of finally fulfilling his greatest desire. When they arrived, Naya wasn't that impressed. "Are you sure this is Earth?" he asked. They came upon a great rocky fortress, and the snake said, "The cacti you seek are here. I think you can get in with a blast." Naya was still uncomfortable with his abilities, but he thought, what if I try unlocking it like the vault? Maybe we can help him. Let's give him a hand. Oh no, it looks like that didn't work. Okay, he's trying again. Let's help him out, but a lot this time. He did it! Naya was so happy that he was improving his powers. He couldn't wait to show Bodhi, but before he knew it, the snake darted into the hole that he created in the wall. He followed after the snake and saw there was a huge garden filled to the brim with beautiful cacti. But something strange was happening. The cacti around the snake started to lose their color and shrivel up. The snake started to grow and grow as if it were absorbing the color right out of the cacti. The next thing Naya knew, the snake had transformed into a terrible monster. But all he could think about were the cacti. "You foolish child," cried the monster. "Earth is just a wasteland. Humans try their hardest to keep anything alive, but you opened their sanctuary, and now I can absorb the power of living Earth." "You lied to me," cried Naya. He tried to muster up some of his power. "Let's help him again." It seems like it doesn't work against the terrible monster. Suddenly, a voice cried out, "Stop!" A young human girl was running towards them fearlessly, but the monster swatted her away like a fly. Naya couldn't believe this was happening. He caused all this trouble, and now that someone else got hurt, he was really upset. It looks like he's trying to use his power again, but I think this time we should try to let him do it by himself. And look, he did it! The terrible monster transformed back into a small snake. The human girl seized her opportunity to crush the snake. She approached Naya and said, "Are you okay?" Naya was still upset. He was mad at the snake for tricking him and hurting the human girl, but he was mostly upset with himself. He told her, "I'm so stupid. That snake tricked me. I just wanted to see Earth." Suddenly, the girl's eyes sparkled. "Are you from space?" she asked. "I think about space all the time." A familiar feeling sprung up within Naya. Those beautiful shining stars, all of the shapes the constellations make. What is it like in the heavens? Every night I can't wait until the stars come out, and when I close my eyes, I still imagine them, she cried. Naya thought about what to say. He wondered if the girl would like space. He thought Earth would be just like his fantasies, but he thought wrong. So instead of trying to describe it, he said, "How about I just show you?" He wanted to make up for the wrong he did and took the girl by the hand to show her what it was like. But she let go. She said, "My family is outside collecting plants. They'll be back soon. Even though it's not perfect, Earth is my home." Naya could see that even though the little girl dreamed about space, she couldn't leave Earth with him. She scooped up a cactus and said, "I know it's not what you expected, but there is still some beauty left on Earth." Naya realized that he didn't find what he was looking for on Earth. He found something much better. The end.